I'm back. Finals are done. School is basically done. So hopefully I can come back to focus. Hopefully I can get back to doing some more video stuff. A lot of things been going on. Make sure you're following all of your local field social media platforms. In Northern California, we have from top to bottom U.S. Airsoft in Anderson, California. We have UCAS in Galt. UKAUS. There is West Coast Adventure Park in Slough House. There is Airsoft Ministry in Roseville. There is Stockton CQB City. I think it's CQB City Stockton or something like that. CQB City in Stockton, California. And now we have a new field. It is called Gold Country Airsoft. It is in El Dorado Hills. They're having their first day in June 8th, I want to say they're opening. It looks like a giant forest. It looks like a big old forest. I didn't see any structures. Their social media presence is pretty weak right now, so there's really not a lot to go on. I'm not going. I have no intentions to really go out there. I might go check it out from like a managerial standpoint. If they need help, I'll help them do their social media stuff, but it's not my stuff. As a player, it's whatever. I might go just to do like a review video on it just because I know a lot of people are going to be real curious. So at some point I'll try and swing out there just to kind of check it out. But Airsoft Ministry is 6 minutes away from where I live. So yeah, there's that. CQB City did their 3-on-3 tournament on, what was the actual date here? 18 May 2019. The current date is the 22nd of May. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. CQB City and Stockton did their 3-on-3 speed tournament, which I thought was incredible. I'm telling you right now, listen to me very carefully. CQB City is the competitive airsoft field in Northern California. They outdo every field. Every field. U.S. Airsoft cannot currently hold a candle to that field when it comes to tournaments. Airsoft Ministry cannot hold a candle to that field. UCAS, West Coast, no field exists for airsoft in Northern California that can outdo CQB City when it comes to airsoft tournaments. It's impossible. If you go to those fields and you want to argue that, I need to know, A, when that next tournament is going to be. I want to see the rules, and I want to see how they're promoting it. If you can't give me those things, sit down. I really liked how they did that. So the field layout, I'll do a technical, like a field layout and angles, kind of like I did for MLA. The tournament field itself, I really liked. It was probably the best 3-on-3 speed field you could come up with, in my opinion. It doesn't look set up for 5-player. I will say that. I really like the way they did that field. It was very simple. Just its beauty was in its simplicity. It's backfield, it's middle, it's X's. It was great. The format itself was kind of like a hybrid of Jungle Ball Speed QB. So there was a flag objective in the middle, but you could not hang the flag until you eliminated the whole team. So let's say it came down to like a 3-on-1 scenario. In some formats, if you can hang the flag, you win, no matter how many players are still active. In the Stockton speed format, you cannot. First, you must eliminate the team, and then you must hang the flag. There's also like tiebreakers. I really like if it's a 1-on-1, whoever grabs the flag first gets the tiebreaker. Some real interesting strategies came out of that. I'll go over that in a more technical breakdown of the format and the field movements itself. But that format I thought was great. It was perfect. Perfect for 3-on-3. It's probably the best 3-on-3 that I've seen ever. It's better than anything I've done at Airsoft Ministry. But they also, I'm not going to take credit for be totally wrong, but thankfully Jason from Asylum, who also helps kind of run and manage that field to a various extent, was able and was very honest. It was like, dude, I'm just going to see what you guys did and like learn from your mistakes and strengths. I was like, oh my God, you get it. We screwed so many things. I bombed the first 2 or 3 tournaments I put together at Ministry. Were just maybe as a player you didn't see it, but like from a managerial standpoint, it was a nightmare to run. So I'm really glad they were able to kind of go, hey, remember that thing they did at Ministry? Let's not do that. So that was great. One of their big strengths was the amount of refs they had. They had on the field itself, field level, maybe 6, somewhere between 4 to 6. I don't remember an exact count. It may have varied, but there's about 4 to 6 refs field level. And then on top of that, they had a 2-story building that they were also looking at blowing the whistle, and they had a PA system up there as well. So that 2-story building really helped out a lot too. I really loved that. That was a huge strength for them. The overall flow once it got going was just teams going and going and going. You chronoed at the beginning of the day, which I thought was obviously it's standard, but then you also chronoed before you got on the field. So like in the staging area, right before you get on the field, they chrono you before every match. Every match. From the first match to the last match, you got your gun chronoed literally every time you stepped onto the field before. They didn't do it in between rounds, which is a little excessive and unnecessary. They did it in between matches, which I thought was brilliant. What else? I really like that about them. It's a good perception. I really like that image. I think that really helped. It really helps sell the legitimacy of that tournament. Some things that, if I had to be picky, I would say it would help to, and I think there were also a lot of these things I'm bringing up. I talked to them already. I'm just putting it in the video. Some higher structures for field refs to stand on, so you can have like floor level refs that are seeing eye level, and then slightly elevated refs. So get like some 10-foot boxers or something so they could stand on. And then they also have the 2-story building. They could pop a couple guys in there as well. But obviously that 2-story building, those refs aren't going to have the same as good of a quality view as like a field ref would, field level. I like that they did videos. I like the video appeal. So if you thought a player didn't call a hit, or you thought if you thought a player pulled a penalty, you could challenge it and go, hey, I have the footage, here we go. Brilliant. I think they had a 2-minute time limit for you to get all your stuff together and present your case, which there were a couple teams that utilized that, and they had it in their favor. I thought it was brilliant. A lot of fields are hesitant to do that, mostly from the logistical aspect. And I remember for video review, first you have to write all the rules for it, the time limit, the standards, blah, blah, blah. Then you have to have the resources or the staff or refs to actually review it. Otherwise, it's going to slow down the whole tournament. If every team has a review every match, you're going to be there till the next day. It's going to take forever. That's the main reason why a lot of fields don't do video reviews, is it takes forever, and videos don't always like, hey, I got this guy from 25 yards away. Okay, you're not using tracers, so I literally can't see anything. Oh, what I got him, trust me. No, that's not how that's not how evidence works. That's not how this works. So I really like the video replay, or the video, that wouldn't really be would that be a replay? Appeals process, I guess? Discrepancy? I don't know. Either way, I liked it. I would like to see, as they get bigger, I would really like to see them start filming. Get like do maybe some ref cams, and kind of stream everything all into like an ESPN style video production. That's my big thing right now that I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see who the first field to do like high level video production is going to be, as well as TAC did it. TAC, I think, is the first field to ever actually do it and experiment with it. I'm waiting to see what field is going to pick up from what TAC has done and try and improve on it, or at least match it. I think that'd be real cool. I'd like to see like an esports thing, where it's like the gameplay and then like the 2 commentators in the corner giving like commentary and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. The one wasn't really an issue. When Ministry does a tournament, keep in mind the Airsoft Ministry is only open to the general public on Sundays. Saturdays is private events only. So when we do a tournament, it's on Saturday, and we just do the tournament, and that's it. CQB at about 2 or 3 o'clock had their general play in. So they had the tournament going on during regular play. That didn't bring up any like match, any critical issues. It didn't really bring up. It was just kind of like an inconvenience, but also from a business aspect, you're not going to make this anywhere near the amount of money on a tournament as you would for a general play usually. Maybe if I could see them if they want to expand up to like 25 or 30 teams for $20 a pop. Yeah, maybe I could see that, but just 20 teams paying, I think, $20 a piece. You're not making money off rentals. You're not really making any money off of anything other than field fee. Yeah, I get it. You got to make your money. You still got to pay rent at the end of the day. You got to pay your employees and all that. Pay for, expenses. Excuse me. So what Jason is going to work on is closing off that field more. Ideally, if funds weren't an issue, I would like to see them put up like a plexiglass style wall so that you could see from all around and you don't have to worry about getting hit. Problem with that is the acoustics. It's going to be real hard to hear things. That sound's going to bounce off a lot of walls. It's already kind of hard to hear in the first place. And plexiglass ain't cheap. So at some point I could see them they're going to put up some sort of maybe a net enclosure or just additional walls, but they're going to kind of wall that piece off slowly. Again, it did not become an issue. Like, no one thought they got hit, which makes sense. There's not really going to be any issues because they did a good job of sectioning off a large part of that field to keep that barrier in there. But no one's shooting straight and then they get shot in the arm from the right and they don't know if it's from a player or competitor. That didn't happen. At least not that I was ever made aware of. I'm pretty sure if that would have happened, it would have been brought up. So I am under the assumption that there were no issues for that tournament. That doesn't necessarily mean that issue won't happen in the future. It just means for that event, everything was copacetic. So we're groovy. Now, from a business standpoint, here's another thing to consider. Now CQB City has opened up a new customer base to competitive players. So it will be interesting to see how they model their business or their field to accommodate that new niche or hardcore player base. When I say hardcore, I mean like a hardcore user of their product, a niche player base. Obviously they do their Thursday speed. Let me look up the Instagram. Thursday speed nights. What does it say? Oh, I just saw the post. Where'd it go? Thursday speed night, from 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. $15 entry, and they've been doing this for maybe a couple months. Is that accurate to say? So it'll be interesting to see how this new introduction or this new awareness of a new niche type of customer base will change how they do business, if it changes at all. They've been doing speed night, but now it'll be interesting to see if their speed nights changed as a result of the tournament. Also, I'm still waiting for tournament clinics. I'm putting on a tournament clinic, which is basically day 3 of Airsoft Fight Camp. I'm calling it an advanced play / tournament clinic that I'm going to do at the field. Look, Jason, everyone at CQB City knows I'll train anytime you want me to in CQB City. I'll train anytime you want. Don't pay me any money. Just let me play with that adorable puppy and buy me lunch. We'll call it squaresies. I don't care. I do this for fun. So that would be interesting to see. But other than that, dude, Stockton is the new home for NorCal Airsoft from the competitive side. Obviously, every field's going to represent their own little niche markets and aspects of the game when it comes to like general play on weekends. But in the competitive world of Airsoft in Northern California, which really is only like 5 fields, CQB City is the best. Let's make this one thing clear. GamePod is not NorCal. It's not. Look where it's at. GamePod is Bay Area, right? All right? It's like calling Bakersfield LA. That's where that's at. Like, oh, I live in LA. Like, where do you live in LA? Bakersfield. What? Shut up. GamePod. Stop calling GamePod NorCal. Stop it. It's Bay Area. Stop it. Everyone's like, oh, I live in Northern Cal. I go to all the NorCal fields. Like, what about GamePod? GamePod's not NorCal. It's not Northern California. It's Bay Area. It's the Bay Area. Bay Area! That's how that works. So, that is it for this. At some point, I will do a technical breakdown of, like, angles in the field layout itself. I'll probably draw that up paintbrush style. That'll be cute. And that's it. Go away. I love all of you. Bye-bye.